The shell catcher basket is started at the bottom with an oval. You start out with a chain 10 and you work 2 single crochets in the second chain from hook, and then you work 7 single crochets across the chain, and then you work 4 single crochets in the last chain. Okay, now you're going to work around the other side of your starting chain in the unused loops of the other side. So right here is where I worked the last single crochet here. So I'm going to work in those 2 loops of unused loops of that starting chain. So each stitch will be opposite the stitch on the other side of the chain. So you work 7 single crochets, and then I'm going to work 2 more single crochets in that first chain that I worked in. So now I've got the 2 singles that I started with matching up with the 2 singles that I'm ending with here. So this, you don't join the rounds here, you mark the ends of the rounds. So I'm going to take a contrasting color of Cuddle Fleece and I'm going to lay it right in here before I start the next stitch. So the next one, it says to work 2 single crochets in each of next 2 single crochets. And then I work 7 down the straightaway. So I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm going to do 2 in each one of the next 4. You definitely want to keep your counting correct because it can throw you off. When you go on to the next round, you'll notice the numbers won't match up. So you got to make sure your counts are correct. Okay. So see how it's turning an oval? You just keep going round and round, following the directions, doing the single crochet stitches. So down here I need to put 2 in each one at the end. The pattern and supplies that I'm using, all the links will be at below the video. Okay, so now on round 3 it says to single crochet in the next single crochet. So I'm going to do that. And then it says place your stitch marker there as the beginning of the round. So I'm just going to move my stitch marker right there. And then I am going to work 2 single crochets in each of the next 2. And then I'm going to single crochet in the next 11 single crochets. So you just continue working in rounds until your piece will end up being this big. And then when I come back on camera, I'll show you how to start up the sides. Now I've completed rounds 1 through 12 of the bottom of the shell catcher basket, and I'm going to show you how to do round 13. So I'm going to remove my stitch marker, and I'm going to put my placement marker here to mark the beginning of the next round. And instead of working into both loops of each single crochet, I'm going to work in the back loop of each single crochet. So that's the only difference. So this entire round gets worked in the back loop of the single crochet. And also you work even. There's no increasing on this round. So by working in the back loop, it forms this nice little ridge that distinguishes the bottom from the sides. And you can see it here on the blue sample. Right here is the back loop. And then when you go on to the side rounds, which is rounds 1 through 15, you'll just be single crocheting even, except for every other round will have 2 increases on it. So continue in pattern, use go back loop on this one, mark the beginnings of your rounds. You're not going to join, you just keep going around and follow up to round 15, which would be up here, and then I'll teach you how to put the handles on. The handles will be right here. So you're going to be working this back loop only row here, round, and then you're going to work rounds 1 through 15 according to the pattern, and then I'll come back and show you how to put the handles on. I have completed rounds 1 through 15 of the shell basket side, and now I'm ready to do the handles. The handle, as you can see here, there was a chain underneath these stitches here, and they're skip stitches. So I'm at this point right now where I just did a chain 18, and I'm ready to skip 16 stitches and start single crocheting over here. So let me show you how to do that. And I did my chain 18 right here, and when I skip 16 stitches, that's gonna be right here that I start working my next single crochet. So I have my loop on my hook, so I just insert it here and yarn over and draw that through, and then draw that through the 2 loops on my hook. And so now I've got the place where my handle's gonna be. So then I just work 30 single crochets, and then I'll come back around here. I'll be on the other side, and then I'll chain 18 for the other side and skip 16, and then work 30 back here to the beginning. So work that round as instructed, and then when I come back I'll show you how to work over the chain here. I have completed round 16. I have 2 chain 18 loops here for the handles. And now for round 17, I am going to work 24 double crochets into the chain 18 space. So to do that, I'm just going to work a double crochet right over the entire chain, just like that. So when you get all 24 double crochets worked over the chain, you may need to move these, and spread them out so they're evenly distributed across the entire chain. Then when you get down here, you double crochet all the way back to all the way around to the other chain, and do the same thing across this chain, and then you're going to double crochet back here to the beginning. And I'll come back on camera and show you how to do the final round, and your basket will be done. I've completed round 17, and now I'm ready to do the final round, which is round 18. And this is the last double crochet of round 17. And then the instructions say to single crochet 2 together 2 times. So to do that, I'm going to insert my hook here, yarn over, draw that up, and then do that again in the next double crochet stitch, yarn over, draw that up. Now with 3 loops on my hook, I yarn over and draw through all 3. And so you can see that the two stitches now are united into one stitch, and that's a single crochet decrease. So you want to do that twice. So you go into the next one, draw up a loop, and go into the next one, draw up a loop, yarn over, and draw through all three. So then the instructions say to single crochet in the next 16, so that's across the top of the handle. Okay, there's a 16, and then you work your single crochet decrease twice. So I'm going to draw up a loop, and draw through all three, and then draw up a loop, and draw up a loop, and draw through all three. And then I am going to, actually it says to do that 3 times. So I do that one more time. There. And it's really cool how that works. It makes the handle curve upward. I like how that works out. And then I single crochet in 26 single crochets back to the other side. And when I get to the other side, I'm going to do the same type of stitches with decreases on both sides of the handle. And then I'll come back around to the first single crochet of this round. Right here you can see where there's a double, and then you can see my first single crochet increase. If you need to, you can mark that with a stitch marker or a contrasting piece of yarn like that right there. But that's how you finish off the basket, and it's been a fun project, and I think I'm going to use my basket for nice bright colors of yarn. I think it'd be a wonderful yarn basket. And this Cuddle Fleece yarn is wash and dryable, and it comes in over 30 colors. So that's how you make the shell catcher basket. And I love this yarn, the Cuddle Fleece Deborah Norville yarn, because it makes for a really nice, sturdy, thick basket. And this would be a great basket for all kinds of things for the different holidays. There's over 30 colors of this yarn, and it's wash and dryable. And it's a bulky weight, so you can get your projects done fairly quickly. Thank you for watching.